Today on Fresno State Focus, it's been 3 years since COVID changed the world as we know it today. We'll see what students say about how everyday life has changed since then.
We'll also take a look at how students can receive $200 worth of groceries every month.
Plus, an update on how the ASI presidential elections are going. Fresno State Focus starts now.
Hello and welcome to Fresno State Focus. I'm Janice Tatum.
And I'm Ajwa Akins. Commencement dates are here. Graduating spring 2023 seniors can now expect to receive ceremony details in their Fresno State email.
We'll talk about that in a moment, but first, another top story here on campus. It's almost time to vote for your ASI president for the next academic school year. Candidates are campaigning for students' votes. Karen Carrillo and Sammy Will are running for ASI president. They have plenty of ideas and they think will help students, and they want students to know their voices are heard. Here is what they hope to achieve for the next year.
I want students to know what is it that is going on in order for them to have a voice, be a part of it, whether it has to do with their tuition, education, or experience here at Fresno State.
So I want to be able to create a mentorship opportunity at Fresno State, or I also want to be able to get alumni, staff, professionals in the field and have them communicate with our students, just for students to get that networking. Networking is very important in jobs.
You can sit in on the ASI presidential debate tomorrow at 11:30 in the RSU. Voting is next week on March 21st and through the 23rd.
This Women's History Month has a different meaning for everyone. Dr. Maida Shetler, the chair and coordinator of the Fresno State Africana Studies program, has changed the way we look at community diversity.
Shetler connected with the works of Malcolm X in 1986. She saw the United States and its history in a different light and wanted to carry out that legacy.
Africana Studies as a smaller field has always been kind of underrepresented and under-supported. And so our struggle has always been to hire more Africana Studies professors in order to build out the program, because Africana Studies is so important for retention, for recruitment, retention, for students of color to have a place, a home, an academic home.
Her experience in South Africa as a senior at Brown University inspired her to use the values she learned in her classes today.
I always talk about Ubuntu on the very first day of class, and Ubuntu is the African principle of humanhood, of generosity, of being in community, of not being isolated, not being individual, but being selfless and thinking of others.
Shetler hopes that the shift in new upper division leadership at Fresno State leads to a future with more cultural integration, attention and focus on Black students' retention and graduation.
I feel like the policies at the kind of upper level administration need to support systemic access and to bring in more Black students back to where it was in the 2008-2009 levels.
For Women's History Month, Shetler nominated Kalia Clayton, a double major in Africana Studies and Psychology, for a Community Works in Africana Studies award.
Clayton's work at Golden Charter Academy and the African American Museum in downtown Fresno was what inspired Shetler to nominate her for the Community Works in Africana Studies Award at the NAACP Black Excellence Gala.
When she had told me, I went to my car and I just started bawling in tears, and I cried for like 5 minutes, and I called my mom and I told her, I was like, Mom, guess what?
Check out courses and events from the Africana Studies program. You can go to their homepage on the Fresno State website and their Instagram, FS Africana Studies Program, for weekly updates. If you have ever wanted to honor an educator who has made a difference in your life, now is the perfect time. The Teacher and Friends Honor Wall is in front of the Kremen building, pays tribute to educators, friends, and family who have helped pave their way to success. The honor means a lot.
I have heard repeatedly from individuals how great it made them feel to know that someone was recognizing them in this way. There's been many times where people come to campus to simply take a picture with their brick. So it's really become kind of a great memorial to all of those who have been Friends of Education.
Anyone can purchase a brick for $125 by visiting teacherhonorwall.com. All proceeds go to providing technology and support to students in the Kremen School of Education and Human Development.
As the price of gas and rent continue to rise, the student cupboard is one resource students can count on to fill the gap when grocery budgets fall short. The best part, all items are free. With produce bin shelves and cold cases fully stocked, the student cupboard gives students a traditional grocery shopping experience, all at no cost.
Fruits and produce, that's all going to be unlimited, so they can take as much as they need.
Construction management major Jacob Kuhlmeyer works at the student cupboard. He says shelves are stocked daily, so there's plenty to choose from.
It's set up like a regular grocery store. They can grab a basket. All the items on the shelves are going to be one of each kind of item.
Since the beginning of the school year, over 19,000 visits have been made to the cupboard. And now, thanks to student feedback, the cupboard is open on Saturday from 10 to 2. Students can go once a day and choose from a wide variety of food and snacks. The Amendola family cupboard is located on the corner of Barstow and Jackson. You can park in the parking lot 20, or there are some parking spaces behind the store. Just follow the placards that tell you where to go. One thing you're going to need is your own shopping bag, so make sure you bring some bags and your student ID. Come on, let's go shopping.
Some vegetables and stuff that came last week.
Okay, so I'm getting an orange. Oh, but I can take unlimited oranges, right?
For
Items are always changing. When I visited, the special was chocolate milk. And the Asian Business Institute had delivered fresh veggies, lemongrass, mandarin oranges, and Asian radishes, boxed and ready to take home. They even stocked toilet paper. Kuhlmeyer and the rest of the staff are really friendly, and they want to help you with food suggestions and recipes.
So some of the classes that we offer are a shopping on a budget class, as well as building our healthy plate. Students can sign up for these classes when we promote them on our social media accounts, either through.
The cupboard is funded by the Central California Food Bank and financial donations. You can see the weekly special and find lots of recipes on the Student Cupboard Facebook page at FS Cupboard.
The Student Public Health Association is partnering with the Bulldog Pantry and volunteering to help those in our community in need. The Lutheran Campus Ministry is associated with the Bulldog Pantry, providing goods and services. Volunteers say they do this because they love to help the community.
Usually students would arrive early, around 8 a.m. and help pack bags or boxes of food so that they can get ready to be prepared to pass out to the people in line.
If you wish to help, reach out to the Public Health Association. They will be packing up and handing out the food at the Lutheran Campus Ministry on the last weekend of March, the 2nd, and the last Saturday in April on Shaw and Jackson Street.
The Student Cupboard offers numerous services and that students might not be aware of. Michael Ballin and Jose Rivas are here to tell us how students can be part of the CalFresh grocery program. Welcome, guys. Hey, Jose, can you tell us how can someone be part of the CalFresh program?
Yeah, so the CalFresh program is available to all students. It's also known as SNAP, or Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Students are always eligible to apply if they meet the basic eligibility, and they can apply using the links we have on our social media and on our flyers that we have in the student cupboard.
Okay, so Michael, how is the cupboard and CalFresh connected?
Essentially, I'm the coordinator of the Food Security Project, and that includes Amendola and the CalFresh program. So we have Jose, the CalFresh coordinator, who helps students apply for CalFresh. But you could use either or. It's not exclusive. Yes.
Okay, Jose, is it for families? Is CalFresh for families, or is it just for students or individuals?
CalFresh is actually for all individuals that are enrolled in Fresno State. They don't have to be or have families. They can apply on their own or apply with their families.
Okay. Now, so once again, what does a student need to do to come in to be part of CalFresh?
They can just give us a call at the student cupboard and we can schedule a Zoom meeting, or they can do a walk-in interview and just go over the basic eligibility, and from there we'll just go into the application process.
All right, thank you so much, guys. For more information about the student cupboard or CalFresh, please make sure you go into the cupboard and meet with Michael or Jose. They are here to help.
Being a Starbucks barista comes with a lot more than just free coffee. It comes with the priority of student success. The busy schedules of working college students can be hectic, but for some, their bosses give them flexibility that allows them to keep their priority of school, as Alyssa Saldivar.
The barista life is fast-paced and busy. The long days come along with the scent of coffee and become memorable. Noel, a graduate of Sacramento State, was a full-time student and barista. Now he's the manager at Campus Point Starbucks and can relate to students who were once in his shoes.
I was able to benefit a lot from that job, mostly because the flexibility in my schedule, and also because I guess my manager was willing to work with my school schedule, just because I was working 20 units each semester, just trying to graduate. I'm trying to get out of there.
Having a manager who understands the hard work and dedication it takes to be a full-time student and employees is really helpful.
Being a student and managing Starbucks is pretty flexible. I think it works very well because there's different time slots and it's easy to pick up shifts or switch shifts with other baristas too, so that definitely helps out a lot.
These student baristas serve their community through this licensed Starbucks at the Kennel Marketplace. Customers are more than welcome to come in, grab a cup of coffee, and get back to their studies. This Starbucks across from the Same Arts Center is another popular study spot. Marian Radwan is a regular.
I really enjoy coming here is because of the ambiance, and the staff is super friendly, and I kind of like being surrounded by other college students without having as much foot traffic.
Being a full-time college student as well as working full-time can be a lot on someone's plate. Especially for my case, I can relate to these baristas as well. Working through school and being a full-time student can be a lot, but with a flexible management, flexible time schedule, it can be possible. I'm Alyssa Saldivar, Fresno State Focus.
With over 200 jobs are available on and near campus for students, to online to Fresno State Jobs.
With so many events happening on campus, have you ever wondered who puts everything together? On the third floor of the Resnick Student Union, Spotlight Events Coordinator Anissa Garza is constantly working with her student employees to plan and host events.
I oversee a group of students who put those events on. Our organization is called Spotlight Events, and we put on events for students by students. So it's not me planning the events, it's my students.
For students, by students, and alumni, look for the Spotlight Events posters around campus to see what Garza and her students have planned next. Coming up on Fresno State Focus, if you're looking to exercise your green thumb, a community garden needs help.
Plus, we find out how our recent rain has been affecting sports fields on campus. And spring is almost here. Are we getting more rain? We'll find out when we come back.
At Fresno State, being bold means committing to something greater than yourself. It's learning by doing and nurturing leaders to advance our shared future. It's using research to create a better life for those around us and healing those who need us most. These are our stories, because at Fresno State, bold begins here.
Success. At Fresno State, it's no secret. It's discovering new ways to change our world. It's creating opportunities as diverse as our community itself. It's in the distinction of our graduates as they lead us into the future. Success is no secret at Fresno State. It's our mission.
Now let's take a look at your weather.
We finally have a dry day here at Fresno State.
Looking at our Resnick Student Union, you see mainly cloudy skies with a little bit of sun. Now to the national picture. You can see rain moving through South Dakota and Nebraska moving into Iowa. That blue is snow in Utah and Colorado. Here in California, we are mostly clear, but it's still snowing in Mammoth. But when we need to look for the clouds in the lower left corner of your screen, that's the next storm system coming in.
Today's highs are mostly in the low 60s and the lows in the range of the 40s. Our air quality is fantastic, all good from San Joaquin to Kern County.
And your 7-day forecast shows more sun tomorrow than clouds on your St. Patrick's Day, which is Friday. Remember to wear green, and the next change of rain and stormy weather is Sunday. And then the thunderstorms on the first day of spring, which is Monday. And that is your focus on weather.
March means baseball and softball season, but this year it also means rain. Fresno State's very own groundskeepers are having to change their routine to accommodate the downpours.
Fresno State's fields are kept up at a professional level of maintenance. A high-quality field requires high-quality work, which is exactly what lead groundskeeper Eddie Centeno and his team strive for every day.
You know, of course, fertilizing, aerating, sanding, among other things, sodding any worn-out spots. We'll do that too.
Field maintenance requires close attention to detail. Even mowing and raking have a certain pattern that needs to be followed. Those details become even more intricate during the rainy season, like putting a large tarp on the field to protect it from water damage.
The water just stays on the tarp, and then the tarp will be removed, and the water will be off the infield, and pretty much the infield will be ready to play.
But the groundskeepers aren't the only ones who keep up the maintenance for the field. Tim Brashear's facility manager says that the coaches and players do their part as well.
Too much wear in one spot will wear it till it's actually dead. So we work together really well in order to move drills around and practices, and they understand our part, we understand their part, and then we have to work together to make it look this nice.
The hard work and dedication do not go unnoticed, especially for Robbie Peters.
Yeah, we have a lot of appreciation and respect for keeping a nicely kept field. A lot of that goes towards our amazing grounds crews. They put in a lot of hours out there.
If you would like to appreciate the field, the team, and the sunshine for yourself, the next game is a home game against New Mexico this Friday night at 6. With this sunshine, it's a great time to be outdoors. Kaylee Kwashnick is out in the weeds right now to show us what you can do to volunteer your time to get vitamin D and to help clean up a Fresno garden. Hi, Kaylee.
Yes, Janice, I'm here at the Discovery Center at the Deutsch Cactus Garden, Fresno's only exotic cactus garden, and it's a beautiful day out here. It's sunny, there's light wind, it's just absolutely beautiful. But they need your help to make it even more beautiful before the full bloom of flowers coming up this next month. The Discovery Center staff is looking for volunteers to help pick weeds for the garden. As you can see with the rain, it has been cluttered with weeds. They have grown immensely, and they need your help to come pick all of these out so that it's not cluttered anymore. And this is just one part of what is going on today. And
which is why this is here. They left it to Fresno Discovery Center.
The Discovery Center's exotic cactus garden.
We want to make sure that we do our best to keep it up where it needs to be to honor that.
The Discovery Center's exotic cactus garden is home to over 200 species of cacti from all over the world brought from the Deutsch family. These cacti have bloomed a lot from the heavy rain we have been receiving, but so have the weeds. The garden is cluttered with weeds and needs volunteers to pick them before the garden has its super bloom of flowers. The full bloom of flowers is expected next month and will continue through the warmer months of the season. And if you are interested in volunteering or even adopting a section, which you can do online at the Discovery Center's webpage, discoverycenter.com, you can go ahead and do that. You can fill out an application to come volunteer, be out in the sun, be out in the warmer weather, and you can go ahead and do that right on their webpage. I'm Kaylee Kwashnick with Fresno State Focus.
The African American supplement for the Collegian, Uhuru Na Moja newspaper, is reinventing itself. Joining me is Uhuru Na Moja's editor-in-chief, Dessalines Yamusu. Can I go ahead and just thank you so much for joining me today?
Oh, it's an honor. Thank you.
I first want to ask you, what inspired you to get involved with Uhuru?
Well, the history of the Uhuru it's been around since the 1960s. And when our editor-in-chief graduated, I felt that it'd be a really big honor to kind of step into that role, and I was able to get the part.
And with the historical presence that Black newspapers have in the United States, what impact do you think the newspaper has on Fresno State campus?
I think it's wonderful. It's something that we've been able to continue the history of something that was around since the 1960s. So it's like a tremendous honor to know that, we're continuing that tradition. Yeah.
And for students who want to get an issue of Uhuru, when can they get it throughout the week?
Usually we do 2 print issues a semester. So we did one for February, which was on the 28th. And our next one right now looks like it's going to come out early April. So April 5th, we'll be in the Collegian.
And going forward, what would you like to see with Uhuru in terms of broadcasting its presence on campus and how students can get a hold of it?
Well, this is a great time to get involved because of technology and how it moves. We're getting an app, so that's going to be wonderful. So we'll be able to tell people and reach more people than we ever have. Our website was just revamped. So if you go to the Collegian website and you click the FLN supplements, we have our own page now. So I think it's really exciting, this semester moving forward for the students to get involved.
Thank you so much, Dessalines.
Oh, thank you.
That was the editor-in-chief for Uhuru Na Moja. Thank you again.
Coming up on Fresno State Focus, we see how one athlete after breaking a 37-year-old school record. Stay tuned for our focus on sports with Isaiah Caceres.
I got the bulldog spirit up in my head.
Up in my head.
Up in my head.
I got that bulldog spirit up in my head. Up in my head to say. I got that bulldog spirit deep in my heart. Deep in my heart. Deep in my heart. Got that bulldog spirit deep in my heart. Deep in my heart to stay. I got that bulldog spirit down in my toes. Down in my toes. Down in my toes. I got that bulldog spirit down in my toes. Hey. Down in my toes to stay. I got that bulldog spirit up in my head, deep in my heart, down in my toes. I got that bulldog spirit all over me to stay. I got that bulldog spirit
deep in my heart.
Deep in my heart, deep in my heart. I got that bulldog spirit.
Hi, I'm Isaiah Caceres with your focus on sports. The track and field team is fast becoming a standout sport here at Fresno State. Sierra Jackson had a promising freshman season and is now looking to repeat her successes. As Athena Clayson shows us, things are looking up. Jackson recently broke the school record in the shot put.
Practice for any student athlete can be long and tedious. But for Sierra Jackson on the track and field team, she uses her sense of humour to motivate herself and her teammates.
I like to dance a lot. I sing sometimes. I'm not the best singer, but I like to sing.
And she likes to throw heavy things. Sierra mainly prefers discus, but recently broke a school record in the shot put at the WSU Invitational.
I didn't believe it at the moment, but when I looked at the screen, it was up there, and I was like, oh my God. And then my coach was like, congratulations, you new school record holder. And I was like, no, wait. And he was like, wait. I was like, oh my gosh.
The school record in shot put has stood since 1986, making it one of the longest standing records for the track and field team.
Well, I watched it land, and I saw it was going far, and immediately I started jumping up, and as soon as she threw it and went out the ring, I just sprinted right to her, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Sierra makes that look easy, but basically this is super heavy in comparison to this. Sierra hopes to go to nationals and become an All-American in the discus event in comparison to the record she got in the shot put.
You know, there is no secret pill. It's just putting in the work and being dedicated. So I think she's doing a great job as far as, you know, showing up every day, willing to make changes and work, and that's what's going to take her to the next level.
Sierra has improved a lot since she began as a Bulldog and looks to continue her success. At the Warmer Dam Field, Athena Clayson, Fresno State Focus.
Sierra and the track and field team will compete in their outdoor conference championships in May and hopefully nationals in June. Fresno State baseball is scheduled to play Sacramento State today at home at 6:05 p.m. The game was set for yesterday in Sacramento. However, rainy conditions caused a cancellation. Fresno State played this weekend against Nevada, winning 2 of the 3 meetings. Roman Angelo was a hitter's nightmare this weekend by throwing 10 strikeouts. Angelo's outstanding performance earned him Mountain West Pitcher of the Week. Fresno State softball wrapped up the Bulldog Classic this weekend against Maine. Bottom of the 7th, down 3-2 at home. Senior center fielder Abby Dowdy put the squad on her back by hitting a triple to left center field, bringing home a runner. A wild pitch is thrown, and Dowdy sprints home to end the game. Congratulations to Abby Dowdy and Taylor Gilmore on earning the 2023 Bulldog Classic All-Tournament team. How do you like to spend your evenings now that they are lighter? The Fresno State Aquatic Center can be put in your schedule as it offers students an open pool session Monday through Thursday from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m.
I come here for exercise. I think it's a great way to get my cardio in. It's also great for like stress relief. And as the weather's starting to get better, I mean, with this time change, like you get to swim with a great view. So why not? Oh yeah.
The Olympic-sized pool is split into sections for different groups, with one half of the pool for high school water polo teams and the other half for Fresno State students. Why not pick up a new hobby as we enter the spring season? To attend, you must bring your Fresno State student ID card to get admitted. Then, the workout is up to you. And that's your focus on sports. Back to Janice and Adjua.
Mark your calendars. Commencement ceremonies are now set for Fresno State 2023 graduates.
The announcement was made this week. Celebrations for 8 colleges and schools will take place on May 19 and May 20th in the Save Mart Center. The Chicano Latino Commencement Celebration, one of the most festive affinity celebrations in the CSU system, will close out the 2-day event.
Graduating seniors will receive additional details and updates through their Fresno State email. It's a week of feels as we remember 3 years ago this week that our world changed forever.
We were sent home from school and started attending Zoom classes until COVID-19 passed.
However, COVID-19 has still not passed. Marco Rosas caught up with some students about their memories from March 2020.
I was actually in high school.
Well, I was actually going to Fresno City College still.
I was completing my associate's degree at Reedley College.
We were about to go to UCLA for our first collegiate tournament.
I have my bachelor's degree. So honestly, the only thought that I had was I felt that it was unfortunate for these other students.
And they told us that classes were canceled and that we weren't allowed to come back to campus.
And I went to class. I thought I was gonna be late. I walked in and no one was there.
We were getting ready to graduate senior year, so we were all pretty like happy that they canceled school, but then like we were unsure like, oh, what's gonna happen, you know, like with like school, college.
This thing called COVID's hitting UCLA. They're shutting down. Tournaments canceled.
I had thought that I'd missed the class. I did not. Apparently, the professor put an announcement on campus saying, due to the pandemic, the recent shutting down, we're going to cancel class. It's going to be on Zoom.
Which was really scary because you don't think that something like that is going to happen, or everybody is on lockdown and nobody's allowed to be around people.
And I just feel like they were kind of robbed of like that kind of experience. You know, I've already had it. I'm old. You know, I've been there, done that. But I think for them, that's where my heart was.
For me, as an individual, COVID itself was not a big deal, but the emotional impact, the isolation was a massive one.
Which definitely tests all of our mental health, our patience and everything. So yeah, that was insane to think about. I mean, years from now, we're going to be like, we lived through this, and that's going to be exciting to tell anyone that's like, did you live through that? I'm like, yep, sure did, and I didn't get any COVID.
Thank you for joining us.
We'll see you next week.